flower. And when the hot summer sun hits, they'll go to seed. So what I usually do is then I cut these way back. But I first want to let some of them go to seed because we want them to come back every year. And that's how they come back, is they drop their seeds. So why do I do all of this? Seems like a lot of trouble to be out in hot weather and taking the flowers of the Johnny Jump Ups. And the sweet pea. Oh, the scent of sweet peas. There's just nothing quite like it. It makes me think that this is what heaven must smell like. I do all this because you set some things in motion in your life. We're made to have a purpose in life. And that purpose is, no matter who you are, your purpose may be different. But it's the deliberate life is the special life. There are days I don't feel like doing some things like this, but I know in doing that, I'm actually soothing my soul. As a person who struggled for many years with anxiety and panic attacks, I've learned some real lessons in life that when you get panic attacks, that's your body telling you that something's not right. And it's your body telling you that you're under too much stress. So we have to de-stress. I know not everybody can have a garden or can have flowers. And then you need to watch videos. Maybe hopefully some of mine help you on just relaxation and watch videos of other people and you can live through them. But I really want to encourage you to do something for yourself. You know, even if it's just a little window box or something small that you can tend to and you can take care of. It really will make such a huge impact on your life. You know, that sounds so strange to people. When we live in the world where a miracle is in a bottle, you know, if you have pain, you can take this. And if you have struggles, you can take this. But really what our soul needs is a peaceful environment. And I know not everybody has that, and not everybody can have that. But there's things that you can do to help nurture yourself. You know, maybe you like to read books, so you can travel the world in those books. This is so much fun. I wish you were with me. I often think heaven is going to be such a beautiful place with all the different flowers. I can't imagine what it would be like. So I have some of them. We have some of them already. I'm going to spend all day doing stuff like this. Softly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. Softly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling a sinner, come home. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. So we're picking some more chamomile to make some more infused oil. So this time of the year is really busy because picking the chamomile is this time of year, and this will last me all year round. So in the winter time that I have all of this, it's like walking into your own little store. To help improve my life. You know, in life, there's always things that we can do to help ourselves. So I did a lot of researching, and I realized there's things that I could do. I started really researching how your brain works. I'm about to share with you some things that helped me out. Some of you would think these are quite strange ideas, but look them up for yourself and research them. I'm going to tell you in tangible ways things you can do today. Now, like I said, some of the things that I use, you need to consult your own doctor, because I don't know what medications you're on. I don't know, what you're doing in your life, but I'm going to share with you what happened to me. So your brain is like telephone wires. Your brain is made up of all these wires, and they have a real thick coating on them. And like telephone wires, if they get mixed up, they crisscross and they get mixed up, it can totally change the way you think and behave. And all of your wires have this thick coating on it. Just think of it like electrical wires or telephone wires. And when you have a lot of anxiety and you have a lot of depletion of minerals in your body, all of a sudden those wires lose that coating, and then they get all jaggy. You know, when you're a nervous wreck, how you're nervous, you shake, you all have all these sensations. One thing I learned that really has helped me was vitamin B12 complex. And I take that vitamin B12 complex as a liquid under the tongue. Vitamin B12 coats those nerve endings. It coats your nerves. When you're under a lot of stress and have a lot of anxiety, you lose a lot of your B complex. You don't want to just take B12, you want to take the full complex, because the vitamin B's work together. That has made a huge difference in my life as far as just helping my nerves and helping them. Also, specifically for panic attacks, your brain cannot think of more than one thing at a time. And so when you're going through your panic attacks and you have that discomfort, what's the first thing you do? The first thing you do when you have anxiety disorder and panic attacks, you're thinking about it. Oh my word, I can't breathe, I can't think, I can't breathe, oh, I'm shaky, I'm gonna faint, I'm gonna die, all of these things. The more you think about these things, what happens? It is a snowball effect. It goes small and gets bigger, and it just goes over and over and over and over and over and over again. The constant thinking of the things that you're feeling are creating you a sensation that doesn't need to be there. You are your own worst enemy. You know, it's fight or flight syndrome. We were made, all human beings have the fight and flight syndrome. We're made to that in the face of fear. What do? You are to run. And that is something that we all need in life. But what happens when you have anxiety and panic disorder, all of these things make it go haywire. And it's like you're panicking over hearing a fire siren. I would have anxiety and panic attacks whenever I heard a fire siren. I was sure it was one of my children. It was fear. Fear is not of God. And so I learned all these things. And so magnesium, I would take Epsom salt baths, because magnesium, you can get it through your skin. Magnesium, if you don't have enough of magnesium in your body, these things can happen. But first you have to find out if you can take these things, if you can take these things with the medication you're on, and things like that. But for me, I wasn't on any medication. I chose not to take it. And I had taken Zoloft for about a year, and I slowly took myself off of that. I hated it. I hated it. Another thing I want to share with you, right brain and left brain. If I'm wrong in some of the things I say, please forgive me. Like I said, I am not a doctor, but I'm saying with things that helped me. And these are things that are proven on the internet. You can research them all you want. You take your right hand, take your left leg, and just slowly pinch it while you're having an anxiety attack. You don't hurt yourself. You just, the sensation of your right hand to your left leg switches your brain, and it helps you with that anxiety disorder. Right hand, left hand, tapping. Tapping is another thing that is amazing. You tap back and forth while you're feeling that you're having an anxiety panic attack. And focus on that. I did a lot of meditation. I would focus on scripture. Because I am a Christian, I would focus on the Bible and scripture. I would focus on things. I often would focus that I am laying at a beach, and I would focus on the waves and feeling the waves. I would count to 10 backwards. 10, 9, 8. And I would focus on peaceful scenery, peaceful things in my life. Every time I had an anxiety and panic attack, I would want to be alone. I couldn't be around people because I was afraid people would see it. I was afraid people what they would think of it. And so I would just go somewhere alone and focus on it. What happens with your brain is a wonderful thing, and it doesn't forget. And what happens with panic and anxiety disorders, once you conquer a certain symptom, that symptom will change into another symptom. So maybe you're short of breath in the beginning. All of a sudden you don't have that symptom anymore, and you have the shakes. Oh, the chills, the shakes, the teeth chattering. I can never forget those feelings. And then slowly that goes away. And then you have the feelings of your legs. They feel like they're going to give out from under you. And slowly those symptoms go away. But what happens with your brain is, the longer it takes for you to have an anxiety attack, the longer it is for one to happen. And so if you can go a month without one, then 2 months without one, then 3 months without one, you're so much better. And so you focus on these things, you focus on your mind. You're still going to get them in the beginning, but once you realize what it is, focus your mind on something else. Another thing that was helpful is lighting a candle and focusing on the candle, focusing on peace.